Okay, boys, this is another test. I think we've fully worked out audio. Now we're just working on generalized quality, making sure it looks okay, making sure we're not dropping frames or any shenanigans like that. So far, our CPU usage is still really high. It's 78%. It does seem to be a bit on the high side. But, you know, this is why we do tests before we're fully live. May have to drop back down to 7,500. You know, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but I would enjoy keeping it at a higher bit rate for the sake of that crispy quality. Surprise, kid. Okay, so you can't really shoot through the staircase. Doesn't like you shooting through that staircase. Good to know. You gotta run up and hit him with the boppity bop to the face. But I think our quality here is okay. I believe our quality here is a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. Just testing quality, making sure everything is you know, good to go. Probably have to do one more test after this. We're just making sure we're not dropping frames, and we're still having, looks like a slight encoding problem. I think we haven't dropped any frames, but I think my CPU usage is a little high. Now it's dropped down to 17%, but it was just at like a zillion, so we'll see what's going on there. Not sure. Maybe we'll do a private match instead of the BR. That way we can just like keep jumping back in. We'll add a few of these guys. Just again, doing some basic tests. Let's watch for a second and see what it sounds like. So far our CPU usage is still really high. 78%. Does seem to be a bit on the high side. Yeah, still seems to be a little funky when it comes to quality. It's not quite as good as I'd like it to be. I mean, I know this isn't like the greatest looking game ever or anything, but the quality still doesn't seem to be as high as it should be, you know? It still looks just slightly granulated, a little pixelated. Still monitoring CPU usage at 77%, which is still high. It should definitely be a little bit lower than that. I might have to go all the way back down to 7,500%. I mean, that was fine for Twitch, but I was hoping YouTube quality to be just a little bit higher, you know? But maybe not. We might not be able to. Looks like I'll have to cap it at 75K. But again, it's fine. We know that quality works. It's not the end of the world or anything. Again, just want to do a solid test, maybe 5-6 minutes of letting the CPU run at full blast, making sure we don't mess anything up. Put all this here. I can't see a dang thing. What's up, bud? Doesn't help when you, you know, full force forget to reload your weapon. Feels bad, man. Excuse me. All right. I think that is probably pretty good for our test. We haven't dropped any more frames. We are at 90% CPU usage, which means I'm going to bottleneck like a mofo. So I got to go ahead and drop that back down to 7,500% and try from there because this is just a little too high, you know? So let's end it and watch from there.